Hi loves, I hope you're all well. Welcome back to another video. Today we are going to do a haul. I think this spans just over August, but I could be wrong. It could be August and July. I can't remember the last time I did a haul. It doesn't really matter. I have many books here, so we're going to get started with the smallest stack, which is going to be gifted books, whether these are from publishers or subscribers. So we do have Well Matched by Jen DeLuca, which was gifted to me by Kath. Thank you so much, my love. I do still need to get myself through Well Met. I do have Well Played as well, which was also gifted to me. So I do want to carry on with this series. I am enjoying Well Met. I don't know what's wrong with me. I keep getting partway through books and then ending up with a brain block, and I just stop. So I need to sort that out. Well, thank you so much, Kath, for sending me this one. I really do appreciate it. Then we have Savage Lands by Stacey Marie Brown, and this one was sent to me by Cece. Of course it was sent to me by Cece. I have definitely been thriving in my dark smut era recently, especially in August, and I want to venture into more. Now Becca doesn't think I'm going to enjoy this one. She has read it. She doesn't think it's going to be up my street, and she's been right about this before, so we will see what happens. But thank you so much to Cece for gifting me this one. I am very, very intrigued by it. Don't know anything about it, but oh, it's got Faye in it. It's set in Budapest, and there's some games. Intriguing. I am looking forward to that one. Then we have Map Makers and The Lost Magic by Cameron Shattock and Amanda Castillo. This was gifted to me by Tracy. Thank you so much, Tracy, for gifting me this one. This is a middle grade graphic novel, I assume, and it looks really, really cute. It looks very camp-like. And I'm really excited. On the back it says, sometimes magic doesn't wait for you to find it. But I am looking forward to reading this one. Then I did get also from Cece Her Soul to Take and Her Soul for Revenge. I have read Her Soul to Take in August. Thank you, Cece, for sending me this one. I did read it on Kindle Unlimited, and then she sent me the physical copy, and I am so excited because she did gift me this one, didn't she? I don't know where my note has gone from this. I am really excited because I really loved this one. I had such a good time with it, and it's so pretty on the inside as well. Like, there's a whole page for content warnings, and then each of the pages, the chapters begin, and it's just really pretty book inside. And Her Soul for Revenge will follow on from this one, following two other different characters that we have already met in Her Soul to Take. So this is a very smutty, dark monster romance, in which in this one the monster is a demon, and he is mostly male, like mostly man, mostly human, but he does have some distinctive features. He has got some horns and some other distinctive features, and in this one we end up following one of the guys that has been mentioned, and Juniper as well. So we follow both Zane and Juniper, and also Juniper in this one, and yeah, I am looking forward to their story also. So this is a very long book though. It's nearly 550 pages. So I am really happy to have both of these because the covers for them as well are so gorgeous. So very happy for these. Thank you so much, Cece, for those. And then we are on to books that were gifted to me by publishers. So the first one that I'm going to mention is The Whispering Dark by Kelly Andrew. This one I did win actually in a giveaway, and this comes out in, there's my sheet. This one comes out in October, I think. It's like the 20th. Yeah, 20th of October. So thank you to Galance for sending me this one. I really do appreciate it. It was won in a raffle, in a giveaway. And this one is Ninth House meets Atlas 6 in the haunting debut everybody's talking about. So the Whispering Dark will burrow into your bones and nestle deep, refusing to let go. Kelly Andrews' prose is aching and lyrical. The mark of a master in the making. This is a story I won't soon forget. Hafsa Fazal. Nice. I'm intrigued, to be fair. I am a little bit nervous about those lyrical prose, but I am intrigued. It sounds great. So I'm hoping to pick this one up in October before it comes out. But there was a candle that came with it. There was also some very pretty art prints that came with it as well. And this little envelope that says do not open until chapter 49, which is towards the end of the book, so I'm intrigued by that too. A nice little hunt thing going on. So thank you to Galance for sending me that one. And then also Galance, I did win a copy as well of All Our Demise by Amanda Foddy and Christina Lynn Herman. Now I haven't yet read All of Us Villains, but I won a copy anyway. So I bought All of Us Villains and I now have All of Our Demise, which is a duology that is a little bit like the Hunger Games, I believe. There is like a games thing that goes on, and other than that I don't know much else about it. You fell in love with the victors of the Hunger Games, now prepare to meet the villains of the Blood Veil. So it sounds intriguing and I am keen. So thank you again to Galance for sending me this one. I really do appreciate it. I did get from Lukoff with Love by Marina Zapata from Headline Journal. So thank you so much to them for sending me this one. Again, I went in for a giveaway and then got contacted by a contact I have at Headline, and she was like, do you want me to send you a copy anyway? And I was like, yes please. I've been wanting to get to this one for ages. I believe this is a romance, but I believe that it is set on ice, so it's ice skating, figure skating. They're the coldest of enemies off the ice, but could their shared passion on the ice turn to unexpected heat? I've been meaning to read a book from this author before. Like, I really want to get into her writing style because I've heard incredible things. So I have seen Olivia read All Roads Lead Here, I think it's called. This was her previous favourite from this author. I think that's now her new favourite, so I am intrigued by that. And then from Harper 360, I can't remember if I mentioned this in my last haul. I don't think I did, but I did get The Weight of Blood by Tiffany D. Jackson, which I haven't read a book from before, but this is a horror YA and it sounds really good. New York Times bestseller author Tiffany D. Jackson returns to the horror genre with a chilling and suspenseful novel following a biracial teen attending her Georgia high school's first integrated prom after passing for white most of her life. It's a story about identity, the real horrors of American racism, and the terrifying power of one girl trying to reclaim her life. It sounds really good. I'm not sure on the date of when this comes out, because with it being Harper 360, sometimes the date on it isn't clarified properly, or it's a US date. So let's double check that. September 6th. September 15th for the hardback, September 6th for the Kindle version. So I might take this on holiday with me, I'll see. So those are all the gifted books. And then books that I bought for myself, we do have the Pallbearers Club by Paul Tremblay. Struggles. It's the Paul and the Paul. I saw Kayla reading this one and I had my eye on it anyway, but I hate the UK covers, they're awful. So I ended up kind of splurging a little bit and getting the US one. This did cost quite a significant amount of money unnecessarily, but this book sounds fantastic. I don't know what it's about specifically, but it does say a cleverly voiced psychological thriller about an unforgettable and unsettling friendship with a blood-chilling twists, crackling wit and thrumming pulse in its veins from the nationally best-selling author of The Cabin at the End of the World and Survivor Strong. This book is done in such a way that it is annotated by someone else, a different character within the book. So we get the story and then another character is disagreeing, and I'm here for that. I think it's going to be very entertaining. And I'm very excited about it. So I am looking forward to that one. It sounds really good. I also got With a Vengeance by Freydis Moon, which was basically something that Jade saw and wanted to recommend for Literature Book Club, which is my smutty book club. If you didn't know, I'll leave information linked down below so you can go check it out. and basically we're going to be reading this in November. It's been Jay's recommendation, so we're going to give it a go. I don't know anything about it. Sounds like it's got supernatural stuff in it, and there's demons and stuff. But I'm very excited and I can't wait to pick this one up. I didn't need to get this copy because it's on Kindle Unlimited, but you know, Bookstagram, if you know, you know. So I'm excited to give that one a read. I did also get Fever Dream by Samantha Schweblin. I've heard really good things about this, and I wanted something that gave me a sense of confusion and uncomfortability with my own thoughts that The Last House on Needless Street by Katharina Ward gave me. So I thought, because I felt like I was in a fever dream reading that book, honestly. It was so bizarre and I had such a good time with it, and I've not been able to stop thinking about it since. So I thought, why not pick up a book called Actual Fever Dream? So I believe that this is going to be something very similar to that. A young woman named Amanda lies dying in a remote Argentinian hospital. A boy named David sits beside her. She's not his mother, he's not her child. At David's ever more insistent prompting, Amanda recounts a series of events from the apparently recent past, a conversation that opens a chest of horrors. Together they're telling a haunting story of broken souls, toxins and the power and desperation of family. Chilling tale of maternal anxiety and ecological menace, Fever Dream is a modern classic. Samantha Schweblin's unforgettable debut is a presence warning about our manipulation of the natural world and an unforgettable exercise in literary suspense. So I am very intrigued by that one and I'm looking forward to it. I did also get Wild is the Witch by Rachel Griffin. I got 2 copies of this because first of all, I have no chill, but second of all, I really enjoyed the Nature of Witches. I loved it and I annotated it so hard that I had to buy a second copy in case I ever reread it, which I will. Unfortunately, this copy got left outside in the rain and it's a little bit damp and in a bit of a state, so if I ever annotate, this will probably be the one that I do annotate, but my nicer copy is over there on my TBR cart. I didn't see the point in showing you both copies, but I did get that one. It's going to be elemental witches and stuff, and it's very similar, I think, to The Nature of Witches. I'm really looking forward to it. Then I did get The It Girl by Ruth Ware. I've been really excited about reading this one. I enjoy Ruth Ware's books, so I'm looking forward to it. This one says, it was Hannah who found April's body 10 years ago. It was Hannah who didn't question what she saw that day. Did her testimony put an innocent man in prison? She needs to know the truth, even if it means questioning her own friends, even if it means putting her own life at risk. Because if the killer wasn't a stranger, could it be someone she knows? So very excited to give this one a read. I also got a physical copy of Sword Heart by T. Kingfisher, and I'm currently partway through this. I am 178 pages in and so far really enjoying it. It's following Halla, who ends up inheriting a lot of money from her great uncle as well as his family when he passes away. She was literally just a housekeeper and she ends up inheriting his entire estate as well as his family. His family are not happy about this and are encouraging Halla to marry her cousin so that he gets the estate. However, she's not up for that. She's not up for it at all, and then one night she wants to try and kill herself with her sword. She gets locked in a room with just her sword. She wants to try and kill herself. However, when she unsheathes the sword, Sarkis, who is an immortal swordsman trapped in the sword, comes out and ends up being her saviour. And that's the story. It's going to be a love story, I assume, but I'm so far really enjoying it. Very, very good book, and I'm really having a good time with it. I also got Long Live the Pumpkin Queen by Shea Earnshaw. I've read from Shea Earnshaw before, enjoyed her writing style, but I do love The Nightmare Before Christmas, and I wanted to give this a go. Also, the cover is just beautiful, so I thought I would give this a go. The nightmare didn't end after Christmas. Jack and Sally are truly meant to be, or are they? So I'm intrigued by this one, to give that one a read. I have the Berry Secret Society of Irregular Witches, and I'm really looking forward to reading this one. I didn't get the UK edition because I actually prefer the US cover, which is bizarre because Jay's like, what? The UK cover is way prettier. I think this is really nice. I like it. It's a lot more fun and I'm here for that. So I am going to get the UK cover from Fairy though. They're doing a special edition, so I'm going to do that instead. But I'm also going to keep this. And this is a warm and uplifting novel about an isolated witch whose opportunity to embrace a quirky new family and a new love changes the course of her life. I just feel like this cover suits that story more than this one. It doesn't, I feel like this doesn't look as fun. Does that make sense? Maybe it's just me. Maybe it's just me, but I really like this cover, so I got that one. Then I also got Confessions, which I'm really looking forward to reading. This is a very short psychological thriller, basically following this teacher whose pupils murdered her child, and it's like her last day in college, I think, at work, last day of term, and she wants to start spilling some secrets. However, I think more's going to come out than she bargained for, and I'm really looking forward to it. It's a Japanese thriller of love, despair and murder. Everyone has confession to make and no one will escape unharmed. It sounds fantastic and it's very short, and I know that it was one of Gav's favourite books from last year, so I'm really looking forward to reading that one. I also got Husband Material by Alexis Hall. I read Boyfriend Material last year, really enjoyed it, so I wanted to make sure that I got the follow-on from it. This is following Luke and Oliver, and in the first one it's following them enemies to lovers. It was great. This one's continuing, I assume. I'm intrigued to see how this goes because I've not been having a good time. Not that I've not enjoyed them, I have, just not enjoyed them as much as I've enjoyed the first book in the series, where we continue to follow the same couple into the relationship. And it's so funny because so many times I've got to the end of a book and I've gone, I want to continue following this couple, like how does it go, how does it go? And then I've had the opportunity a couple times this year, The Simple Wild, and what was another one that I had the opportunity with, and Him and Us, and I've just not enjoyed it as much as I thought I would. So Husband Material. I did also get volumes 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Number 3 is MIA, I think it's upstairs, of Death Note, which is a manga series about a boy called Light who comes across this notebook one day, which is a death note, and if you write a person's name in it, they will die within the next 40 seconds of a heart attack unless you specify a certain time and a certain way they will die. This death note belongs to a Shingami, and basically the Shingami ends up kind of semi-stalking Light, but also kind of like helping him out as well. So I really enjoyed the first one. I read it for host fave for Spoops during Whateverthon and really enjoyed it. So I've hunted down very hard to do all the other editions in the black edition to match, and I'm really excited that I have them now because I had a really good time. I also watched Death Note movie as well recently with Andy, and it was good. It was different than what I was expecting, but I assume that's because I haven't read the rest of them. Maybe I should have read all of those first, but it is what it is. Then I did get Sundial by Katarina Ward because I enjoyed The Last House on Needless Street so much. I wanted to get a copy of the next book that she's done, so I did get the Waterstones edition. It does have orange sprayed edges, and I think it is signed. Yup. Don't know anything about this. It just says you can't escape the desert, you can't escape Sundial. So long as it's as weird and as good as The Last House on Needless Street, I'm not bothered. I did get Homesick Pilots Volume 3, 3 Chords and the End of the World. I don't know why I've ended up with Volume 3 and not Volume 2, but it is what it is. I need to get Volume 2 now. I read Homesick Pilots Volume 1 for Whateverthon, maybe, I can't remember when I read it, and it was really intriguing, a little bit bizarre, but it was good. I had a good time with it, so I wanted to continue on with it. It is a very much a supernatural-esque type graphic novel, and the art style is pretty cool. So trying to find a page that some terrifying monsters in there. So I'm glad I've got Volume 3, but I just need to get Volume 2 now so I can continue on. The Daughter of Dr. Moreau by Sylvia Marino Garcia. This is the Waterstones edition that they told me was cancelled, so I bought a normal copy and then it turned up. Very annoying, but it is what it is. I am looking forward to reading this one. It's also signed. I am really happy with the pink sprayed edges though. I know I don't look it, but I'm just frustrated because I bought a normal copy now and I don't need to have 2 copies. This one says, from the New York Times best-selling author of Mexican Gothic and Velvet Was the Night comes a dreamy reimagining of the island of Dr. Moreau set against the backdrop of the 19th century Mexico. I'm looking forward to it. I want to read The Island of Dr. Moreau first though. I don't think you need to, but just to be aware of what the actual original story was would be nice. I did get On Rotation, which I have heard is like a Grey's Anatomy meets I can't remember what else it meets. So I picked it up on the Grey's Anatomy thing. That's literally it. And this one says, dazzling debut novel explores time in your life when you must decide what you want, how to get it, and who you are, all while navigating love, friendship, and the realization that the path you're traveling is going to be a bumpy ride. It sounds very Grey's Anatomy-esque. Also, just, this is incredibly satisfying. I love it when a hardback can be what I would say is floppy in a paperback, you know? It will lie flat. Happy about that. And then the final book that I got, this has been felt like a really long video. It's not been that long, but the final book that I got, I treated myself to this after Jess recommended that I get it. She thought it would be great for Literature Book Club. Whether or not I pick it for that or whether I just read it myself, I don't know. Kind of want to pick it up immediately, but I have priorities. So the book is All He'll Ever Be by Willow Winters, and this is a Beauty and the Beast reimagining, but very, very dark and very, very smutty, I believe. It says, from US Today's bestselling author Willow Winters comes a heart-wrenching, edge-of-your-seat, gripping romantic suspense. I get why Beauty fell in love with the Beast, but it doesn't change who Carter is. There's no magical rose or kiss that will turn him into a prince. All Carter Cross will ever be is a beast, a cold-hearted and ruthless mafia king, trapped in a castle of his own making. I'm the daughter of his enemy and his new possession, a mafia bargain for war. I thought that's all I was to him, but I was never prepared for the next page of our story. It sounds fantastic. All He'll Ever Be is the complete collection of the US Today's best-selling Merciless series. It's dark, modern retelling of tale as old as time. So it's a bind-up, I believe. So Merciless is the first book, and then I believe there are other books in here. Yeah, so book 2 is Heartless. So it's a bind-up, I believe. So I'm excited. I'm a bit frustrated. This is one thing that does bug me. I love the matte covers, but you can just see everyone's mucky fingerprints that have touched it before it's got to my house. That's not me, I promise. So that's everything. That's all of the books that I've hauled in August and potentially also July. I can't remember. I don't know what I did in July. Oh, I went to Yalk. So maybe this was like a post-Yalk. Yeah, it was. Post-Yalk and August haul. It's not as bad as I thought it was going to be, I'm not going to lie. 30 books, it's not too bad. I don't know where I'm going to put them, that's for damn sure. And this obviously doesn't include the unboxings that you've seen so far either. So I did the massive Fairy Loot, Illumicrate and Owlcrate Junior unboxing the other day. And since then, the other Babel has come from Fairy Loot. And a couple of books that I've unboxed in a vlog as well. So this hasn't included those because I didn't see the point in showing them again. So yeah, but chat to me in the comments down below. Let me know if you've read any of these or if they're on your radar or TBR or whatever. Chat to me in the comments down below and I shall see you in the next video. Goodbye.